Hello, everyone, and welcome to Saturday evening, September 25th, Meticulous Talks. I am Cursor Chords, and tonight I have a special guest.
Hey everyone, I'm Ivory Starlight.
Good to have you, Ivory.
I am glad to be here, and good to be here, even though that sentence doesn't work.
It's fine. It's Saturday night. This is Meticulous Talks after hours.
Yeah, but there's a special reason why it's after hours.
That is true. That is true. Um, for those unaware, we a few weeks ago announced the Invitational tournament for this year. 8 of the sort of most successful players from this year of pony cards brought together for a special hybrid deck building playing event. And this is the first game. Bigcheese versus Jacob Stueck.
Big money games.
Mm-hmm. Our invitational format is a best of 3 event. The first, yes, with a mixture between adventure games and core games. This year, we're doing it in a random order. So it could be adventure or core first, and the other one second, and then randomly another one for the third game. But yeah, it's going to be some new stuff. If you're used to core, if you're used to harmony, well, the adventure games at least will be totally new.
And if you're used to Harmony, I'm so sorry.
It's a fair sentiment. What are you looking forward to? I want to say.
Um, in this matchup or the events in general?
Either one.
Um, well, the event in general, I'm really interested to see what everyone. Well, I guess we know what everyone came up with for adventure, but so I should say how it all plays out. Will the predictions that people seem to have made based on their deck choices actually be correct? Or will we find out that there were other options that should have been considered?
Fair point. There was a big variety in the kinds of decks that got submitted, so lots of possibilities for that, pretty much.
But as for this match specifically, um, I got my eyes on that Princess Cadence there in Cheese's adventure deck. Her smile might be getting a little too big.
That's a good point. Fair point. And I suppose it goes without saying you're also looking forward to seeing how you do, uh, given that you're also participating in the event.
I'm participating? What?
Well,
Th-
sorry. Uh,
no, it was obviously a joke.
yeah,
I'm looking forward to my games. I don't. I haven't had quite as much time to really tinker with the adventure format as I would have liked, but I'm at least interested to play some games in a new format. I'll enjoy it either way.
absolutely. Well, you mentioned Cheese's Cadence, so let's have a look at that deck. I can tell the audience that the first game of this match was the adventure match. So let's have a look at Cheese's deck, or the deck that he chose to play, rather, which was the Princess Cadence combo.
Yes.
We talked about this on the stream this morning, but for those unaware, Ivory, why don't you let the people know what the gist of this combo is?
So, essentially, the way this is going to go down is you have Princess Cadence in play. You let me think. Let me make sure I actually have the order in which this happens correct. Um, it's like Angel Wings in the discard pile, Princess Cadence in play, either Shoeshine or Soren in play, and Heartfelt Apology. And you also need the Miss Mains, because you're essentially just going to play Miss Main for free by stacking the triggers of Angel Wings and Princess Cadence to where Miss Main is free. After playing Heartfelt Apology, every time you score a point, you'll be able to put the Angel Wings into play and then immediately eat it with Soren or Shoeshine to put her back. Triggers will stack, Miss Main for free. Do it again. because you'll get a point, obviously, for taking a card out. I'm explaining it very badly, but it'll make more sense if it goes off.
Yeah. All you need to know is it's a good old-fashioned old-school combo. None of
If you
this
want,
draw your deck
yeah.
out until it's empty, or nope, just get the pieces in hand, have enough AT, and you win the game.
If I can shamelessly plug, GP explains it a lot better than I did in the most recent Sim recorded game video that we uploaded earlier this week.
Fair enough. Now, feel free to plug your own stuff. Well, maybe not whenever you like, but certainly at the end.
So here's my own personal donation link. No, I'm just kidding.
For those unaware, just to inform you what you're looking at, well, I do have the deck up there. The numbers in white is showing you what Cheese's sideboard was for this match. That's how many cards were taken out from the deck. Gets us down to 45. Speaking of, let's have a look at Jacob's deck.
While you're transitioning, Bugle wants me to plug Centaur World, which I will. Watch Centaur World, it's a very good show. And I know you all have Netflix because you all just watched the new Pony movie.
Fair question, yes. Jacob Stueck, I believe he's the younger of the two Stueck brothers, is playing Lyra Orange, a list that has some degree of notoriety. This is, or at least like a modified version of the one that they won Continentals with, right?
I don't know if it's exact. I know that there's some additions, but the strategy has not changed since that year.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good old-fashioned jank aggro deck that performs extremely well.
For sure, yeah. Apple Bloom combos well with All of My Lead and also with Golden Parachute. There's a lot of good discard outlets to get your stuff cheaper, and then you play a big Berry Punch, or stack power counters on Haven Bay, or get a big Rock Hoof, and then you're off to the races, basically.
And you will be racing, because you're trying to outrun combo here.
Mm-hmm.
But can it do it?
Yeah. Jacob does have Desert Road, which is a hardcore, like, the combo cannot fire if that's in play. So that is one of his outs.
Yeah, it just means that Cheese would have to fish for some of his resource removal before he can actually start doing his shenanigans.
But otherwise, yeah, we would expect this to be a good old fashioned race to the finish, basically. Now here's an interesting question: do you think Jacob can get away without flipping Lyra? That's always a question against Changeling Pretender.
I don't actually remember what Lyra's boosted side does. Sad to say.
It is you discard your hand, and then when you flip her over, she draws you back up to max hand size.
I'm gonna say it depends on where Cheese's hand is at that time. I mean, if Cheese is sitting at like 7 cards or something, I don't think it's that big of a risk to give him an additional card. But if he's sitting at like 3 or 4, maybe it's better to just not flip. But we'll see.
All right.
I think it's going to depend on how that early game is going for Cheese, as to what Jacob does.
Makes sense. All right, let's get to it. I am this recording is picking up after the mulligans, so we're going to go straight into the opening plays. Are you ready, Ivory?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, let's go.
And I also name mine. I will be pink.
Alrighty.
Well, he already has resource removal in his hand, so there goes that concern.
Okay.
The rest in pieces, yeah. Fair enough.
Draw a card off Royal Breakfast. Draw a card to return.
He also has Dramatic Apology,
Pass turn.
but that is the only combo piece he has so far.
Actions, draw a card.
I guess he could count the vote because he could. There is the risk of Heat Wave on Princess Cadence, so the vote might be a good thing to play before he drops the Cadence.
Probably, yeah. As for Jacob's side,
Nothing for me.
he has Haven
Pass to
Bay
you.
as an early play,
Okay.
and
2 actions.
Berry Punch's Wreck is 2, I
Okay.
think, or is it 3? I think it's 2, actually. We could get to that eventually.
Yeah.
Discard. Makeover. Pass turn.
Okay. 2 actions. Draw.
And for those who remember
I
the
will
stream we did last
pay
year,
1
the match time limit is now on that clock up at
for
the
Haven
top
Bay.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is.
Four.
So I actually think he is gonna go for the flip here. If he
Punch.
doesn't spend all of his action
I'll
tokens.
exhaust Berry to draw a card. And I'll pay 1 to draw.
Mm-hmm.
So keep
For
an
score
eye on
phase,
the
Berry's
number
got
of
8.
cards in Jacob's hand. He has to
Confirm breakfast.
keep it at 8 if he wants to
Okay.
confront Royal Breakfast.
Okay, pass to you.
At least if
Okay.
as long as it's just Berry Punch there.
Yeah.
Gain 2. Draw a card.
The. Well, that's 2 votes. And you only need 1.
Does Wonderbolt Trap have a card draw function on it?
Does one of the modes is draw 2 cards,
Right.
so you can just make it a pay 1 draw 2.
Yeah, that would obviously be a somewhat desperation move. Jeez.
Yeah, it's not.
I'll discard a vote.
Yeah, there's no
Faster.
reason to have more than 1 vote in your hand.
Actions. Ready. Draw.
Meanwhile, Jacob is
Hmm.
yeah looking at how to DFO. I
draw.
assume.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, there's an Apple Bloom. That'll help.
A 1 for Apple Bloom. Lost Apple Bloom. Discard Golden Parachute.
Yep.
Play a free pirate ship.
So he's just getting set up. Won't
Yeah.
confront Royal Breakfast this turn.
I don't think. Yeah,
No point.
but that's okay.
Pass to you.
So you're at 7? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Fashion Overload. Another piece of resource removal for Cheese. Oh, Bugle. Yeah, actually make a pretty good point. Yeah, like so Jacob could have exhausted Berry Punch to draw a card, and then he'd confront, but that would get us into the 3 AT tier,
And a turn.
which
Get rid of
is
the
something
Fashion
you
Overload.
should be aware of against combo.
Okay. 2 actions. Ready. No start of turn. Draw a card.
Yeah.
Down is not super
I
useful.
will. Lost Apple Bloom. Discard a Golden Parachute. A 2 for a Desert Road.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, getting it out
Exhaust
early.
Berry Punch to draw.
That is actually going to slow Cheese down at least a little bit more.
Yep.
Because now he has to deal with
That's
that
it.
before he can
Still a low
play
score.
pretty much anything. Because he can't do PFF either.
Gain 2. Draw a card.
And he can't even like rushed makeover into that rest in pieces because well, his main's only 1 power.
Discard a stolen talent. Pass turn.
These
Right.
draws have also not been super
Two
great for
actions,
him.
ready,
Like,
ready, draw.
at least even one friend would have been good to have here, but it doesn't. Like, it would feel terrible, but he could at least play a soprano to get into
Will.
Hmm.
other
Very punch to
colors and
draw.
like actually be able to start playing things.
I will exhaust
Jacob
Apple Bloom.
is going to confront
To
Royal Breakfast
discard.
this turn.
Follow my lead.
Uh,
Or
get to 5 on train
Rock
traditions,
Buff.
which doesn't look like he's going to get there.
There's the rock hoof.
Rockhoof will go to 8 on this board pretty easily.
And
Oh yeah.
pay 1 to draw.
Okay.
Score phase, confront Royal Breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Pass to you.
Okay.
That's the those Brayburns in his hand. That's the orange entry one, right? The discard or the banish to get 2.
From the high magic cycle, yeah.
Well, he won't be struggling for orange entry.
Yep.
Anytime soon.
Angel Wings off the top does give Cheese something to do. And is another combo piece.
I will discard a Wonderbolt Trap and pass turn.
Yeah, I have a feeling Cheese isn't gonna go for the playing an Angel
Actions,
Wings for no
phase,
value though.
draw.
I mean, he could like
Start
Angel
turn
Wings,
trigger, not optional,
2 rush
still in this book.
makeovers into
Hard
rest
counter
in
on Rocco.
pieces,
That's fine.
but you want to talk about feels bad plays.
Hmm.
That is definitely one of them.
I will. I'll Apple Bloom.
Right. I feel like Jacob probably DFOs this
Discard a
turn.
Haven Bay.
Uh,
Or 3
play the
Brayburn.
Brayburn. Yeah,
Salisbury Punch to draw.
and that gets it.
Yep. Go to score phase. Royal Breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is 3 more
Efficient.
points.
Sure.
Haven Bay.
Oh, flips the cadence.
That hurts. Okay, at this point, I actually do think Jacob just doesn't flip Lyra. He has plenty of entry, and all he would be doing is giving Cheese that extra color.
Alright, I'm over home limit, so I'm going to retire Haven Bay and Brayburn. Pass to you.
Okay.
Does have a big pile of AT. This is the point. Oh, another cadence off the draw. If you can't see Cheese's hand, this is definitely the point where you start to get worried.
Okay. I will.
He still has to get rid
discard-
of the desert road.
Pass turn.
He goes to. Oh yeah, he has redeeming qualities in his
Reactions,
hand. That's why that's
Invitational.
safe.
Mm-hmm.
Bugle points out in chat that he
Strength.
could do the Angel Wings and the 2 rush makeovers, but
Card.
instead go into Party of 1. That would also work.
Yep.
That feels slightly less bad than doing it into Rest in Pieces, but it still feels bad.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a play you don't want to have to make. But if you have to.
1.
This is true.
Exhaust the pirate ship and move Berry Punch.
In a perfect world, these
Take
deck things just do what they're
all my lead into
supposed
my
to.
hand.
Because as it stands,
2.
uh,
Move Rockoff.
this looks like another DFO probably.
Just Apple Bloom.
His
Just
first
follow my
friend this
lead.
turn
A 1
to
less.
that problem.
And then another 1 less for
Free breakdown.
breakdown at Secret to Every Pony.
Mm-hmm.
I will pay 1 for another pirate ship.
Yep.
Exhaust it. Move Lyra.
Okay.
Okay.
Pay
Right,
1
yeah.
to draw.
This fills out his power.
Go to score phase.
Sure.
Try to confront prospecting interruption.
Mm-hmm.
At least he doesn't score from
point.
that.
Try to confront secret to every pony.
Sure.
Off. Probably mine.
That's another combo piece going away
1 point.
on Cheese's side.
Shine, yeah. Does have the Sorens too, at least. Oh, and that's a
Family feud.
family
Let's
feud.
see.
Eh. This variance
Yeah.
has not been kind to
Go
Cheese.
with the vote.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me
Vote is going to
grab my
hit
hand.
1.
Why did it only pick up 1 card?
I'm a little
I have them all selected. It won't pick them all.
like, wouldn't you necessarily pick one of the combo pieces if you could?
So I actually think the reason why he hit the vote was because he has the food fight in his hands. So the second he plays Cadence, he can just food fight it.
That makes sense, I guess.
And also, we know he has Heat Wave in his deck. With him not having the vote, he already has 1 vote in his discard. Getting the other one means that he has 1 other chance to get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
It is, yeah. Bugle points out that, like, given that Cadence would be on the field, food fight would cost 4.
And
So he
over
plays
home
it
again,
before he gets rid of
I
the desert
will
road.
hire-
Yeah, if it's a desert road still in play, then it would cost 2. Yes.
Oh. Breakdown. After you.
Okay. My turn.
Regardless, with 2 pirate ships in play, Rockcliffe going to 8, that's
4.
another
Draw a
2
card.
confronts just sitting on Jacob's side. Cheese at 20 AT.
If he can get the pieces, he definitely has the AT to make this happen. He could definitely start drawing here, like Bugle said.
Pass
If
turn.
he opts to pass
Actions,
turn.
Ready.
Okay.
Draw.
Willing to take
Rockcliffe
another turn?
first. There he is 8, so he doubles.
He'd go up to
Draw.
11 point. Maybe he's hoping for the DFO here, so he can go up
I
to
will exhaust
25.
get
draw.
5, 8. Yeah, and then start drawing.
Doesn't quite come across from this perspective, but that is a tall stack of counters on that Rockcliffe.
Discard or exhaust ample bloom. Discard follow my lead.
Rockcliffe
Sure,
is
Rockcliffe
at 8 power
Mhm.
now.
Double.
And
power
with
counter
a-
on Berry Punch.
Counter on Berry Punch, that is clearing the way
Pirate
for
ship.
Rockcliffe to go to 16.
Move Rockcliffe. Family feud. Plus my other pirate ship. Move Berry. Apollo.
Yeah, that's an easy DFO.
I will draw 1 more time. Yep. Go to score phase. Try to confront Mystery at Hope Hollow.
Sure.
So, looking good
And
for
Family
Jacob,
Feud.
but
Sure.
combo decks being combo decks. Turn around in a single turn.
Don't believe me.
Miss main flip is
Two.
another piece of bad luck for Cheese, though.
Yeah,
Um,
still possible though.
I get to go and look for a card.
Not
so
until
I will
14.
go
Not until
into
15
my-
points does the combo deck concede.
hmm
And 25 AT is a lot of AT.
Nope, not that. Singing barrel.
Right, Bugle, thank
Okay.
you. Flip doesn't matter because we're going to shuffle off the Hope Hollow search.
Okay, my turn. Oh, wait,
Go
for
replace,
the-
replace problems.
Yeah, this
Oh,
I'd say the
another
singing
Family
barrel
Feud.
here.
replaces into Family Feud
Oh,
again.
yeah. There.
I did not catch the
Uh,
card he named if he has.
Let's do Rest in Pieces.
Oh,
Okay.
You knew that was in there.
And then new cards are actually, I don't think that's new. Everything else is the same. I assume you wrote it down. Or do you
I
want to
did.
see the rest?
So,
Okay.
yeah, the Wonderbolt Trap, and I think I know the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Wonderbolt Trap.
So yeah, this is definitely a pay one to draw situation for Cheese now, I would think.
oh yeah.
Yep.
You have to start digging
Retired.
here.
No, past you. Oh wait, I'm
Because with
overhand.
Rockhoof going up to 16 power, he'll easily be able to confront that blackmail with that.
Discard Rocket Shovel.
So this is the last turn he's got unless he does something to Party of One.
Right? Which is still an option.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Soprano.
The problem is without the resource removal in his hand anymore, he's now back to needing that.
Right. But at the very least, if you can't win, Party of One should mean that Jacob doesn't win.
Yeah, it would at least get you another turn. One more turn minimum. More likely 2 turns, 3 turns.
And pause. I think Cheese discarded his Fashion Overload to one of his hand limits.
One sec.
But either way, well, I guess not if he plays Party of One. This isn't necessarily the last turn. But if he doesn't play Party of One, then yeah, this is the last turn for sure. Time to start doing combo math.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you should have been doing combo math from the start of the game, basically. But
Okay.
Nah, you don't combo math until it's like the 11th hour.
so, what is the we were talking about this on stream tomorrow. Like the AT requirement to actually do the combo is 8, right?
I think 8 is. I'm sure there's a Christmas time way you can get it for less, but 8 I think is the standard like minimum.
Right. And he'll definitely need more because he needs to get rid of the desert road first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything
Uh,
we can do.
Rest in Pieces was hit by the Family Feud, and the Fashion Overload he discarded to hand limit earlier in the game.
Right. And
To answer the questioning in chat.
Back-to-back Family Feud's pretty useful.
It really is.
And yeah, actually, if that was all he had, yeah, then
I
he's
also
actually
discarded
just
the
blocked.
fashion overload, which would have done it. Yeah, because I
No hope in
pretty
drawing.
sure
I mean,
could do it
25
with
AT
no
is
hope in
still a
drawing.
lot.
I think that
But yeah.
single copy of Rest in Pieces and Fashion Overload might have been his only resource removal.
think
Oh,
that's
was
true.
it? Oh, that is all of it.
Passing turn.
Ouch.
No, I'm just
You're
conceding.
just calling it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I can't get rid of Desert
And
Road.
Cheese does call it.
Yeah. All right. Good game. Could you combo off through a food fight?
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to do anything because the first thing I would do is play Cadence as soon as I got rid of Desert Road, and then you couldn't play Food Fight because Cadence has attack
Off
and
of
attack.
redeeming. Off the redeeming.
Yeah. I would have played Rarity and then played to get the color. Well, I would have played the color entry, which I have a bunch of, then that, then redeeming, and then Cadence is in play, and then you can't play any events because
Too bad we didn't have any f-stop. Could have exhausted f-stop, gotten
So I'll be going
gotten
first.
the resource back. Okay, well that was adventure.
That was adventure. Bit of a quick one, I guess. But after that, we moved on to core.
Yep, sometimes that's just how it be.
Good news for those of you wanting your combo fix. There's a combo deck here too. Different kind of combo. And played by the other guy. But yeah, let's have a look.
A combo that I would never stoop low enough to play myself.
Well, you're playing a different version of it, I think, though, right?
I don't play dirty combo. Yes, I'm playing a version of the, and I played a version of this combo at Everfree.
That is true. But anyway, yes. For the core match that followed, Jacob elected to play his Living to Laugh combo, which uses the new Pinkie Pie main, or, well,
The more fair Pinkie Pie main.
Yeah, absolutely. As we kind of talked about earlier this morning in Meticulous Talks, this one, basically the idea is that you discard your hand to Kluge Town Citizen every turn, and then draw back up with Gabby. And then also with Honorary Yak if you find the opportunity to do so.
Which, pretty safe to say that you will, given the way having a blast works.
Yep. For what it's worth, I'll show it in a moment. Cheese elected to play his Seleno Farm deck, which is why I have Discord highlighted as a key card there. Problem replacement is super important against Farm, generally speaking. But otherwise, yeah. Farm has the capability to score points real fast, especially with Seleno. So Jacob's deck is probably going to be on the, I don't want to say on the back foot per se, but it's going to be the slower deck of the matchup. And speaking of, let's look at Cheese's farming list. So this is mono blue. Well, I mean, school shutdown's there, right there on the thing, but I don't count that as this little piece of tech, basically.
Yeah, and that's a piece of tech that you're gonna. I think he keeps it here, right? You have to keep it against Living to Laugh.
Yeah, it is your break glass in case of emergency card, and probably doesn't hurt you all that much to play it, but except for the whole 5AT thing.
Yeah, but if all you're doing is beating up troublemakers, then in theory you're not spending too much AT.
Mm-hmm.
I say in theory because obviously this deck does have aggro in it. I mean, you got the plushie dashes, the daybreakers, the 4-power high competitive Seleno pirate friend.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the old-fashioned Staff of Sakanas, everyone's favorite resource. Oh, apparently I'm really loud.
Yeah, don't worry. I can adjust the level dynamically here. Hopefully, should be okay. Let us know, Hithrock, if it's still too loud. But yeah, Cheese will be going first in this game because we're playing by tier 3 rules. What do you think? Think he's favored?
Well, the only times I've beaten Farm when I was running to Living to Laugh, I had Legacy Leech, so...
It's a good point. Don't get to do that madness anymore.
Yeah. I'm inclined to think Cheese is favored here, however, I know that the variant that Jacob prefers never really relied on Legacy Leech too much, so maybe he does have the speed he needs without it. But we'll see.
Yeah. Cheese's luck can hardly be worse than what he had in that first game, right?
Nowhere to go but up.
All right. Shall we then?
Let's show these ponies how it's done.
This time I think I am including the mulligans, so we will have a chance to see those.
Question mark.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're first.
And Cheese is looking at a reasonable hand, I think. Troublemakers, staff.
I mean, I would keep it.
I'll keep.
Yeah, he also has the school shut down, so if he gets to join the herd, he can reset the board if
I'll
it gets
also keep.
scary.
Yep. Meanwhile, Jacob has a cheese sandwich and a Klugetown and a Gilda
Okay.
and some I know this one, so I think he's in a
Ready to
pretty
start?
good spot too.
Yeah,
Register.
Okay.
both of these hands are good to do what
gain 2
each
HP,
deck
draw a
wants to
card.
do.
Will process whatever his name is, or turns reputation. Moving up. Let's go to main phase. I'll pay the 2 to flip.
Okay. He's taking the flip route first.
Pass turn.
I don't think
Reactions, draw a card.
Pancake's not here with us, is he? No, he's not.
He's not. I know that I have seen before when you have tarnished reputation,
Will.
you play the troublemaker,
One
and then
or cheese sandwich.
because
party
even
down
if
home.
you choose to face off and you lose, you're just gonna move back anyway.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a pretty good one. Oh, wow. Jacob drew his third. I know this one.
And 2 or Gilda Feather Ruffler at home.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Have to.
some amount of card
Okay.
draw.
Playing their friends at
Three,
home
five.
to avoid the frighten. If you don't care about
Two.
scoring points, then that
Flashbang's the
seems
shield.
like a safe bet.
Pay 1
Okay, with a shield,
for
Cheese's farming setup's good to go, basically.
for
Well,
a troublemaker.
he'll be 7 on
Let's-
7 against Grogar, but
Yeah.
Pass turn.
he has a much higher flip average.
Reactions, draw a card.
That was a without the
Okay.
wreck though.
Mhm.
That poor mysterious disappearance.
I don't know if Jacob's deck even has a chance
Pay
to
1.
get
I
the
know this
wreck for
one.
that.
I do have the Unity 7.
He could pinky sense for it.
Draws,
Yeah,
and another draw.
Pinky Sense would be his way to do it.
Hmm. Let's do it again. 1 for I know this one.
Okay.
2 draws.
Yeah, safe. These are safe times to
and
play that.
draw.
Oh, for what it's worth, you'll see later on in the broadcast. One of the great things about TTS, periodically through this game, I do mouse over Jacob's deck to show us how many cards are
it's
left
still
in
fun.
it.
One more time. I know this one. That's all of them.
Yeah, that
Two
is one
draws.
nice thing about it.
And draw.
Did he remember to draw the third card off of the
Let's
second? I know this
wait.
one.
Pinky
I
Sense for 0.
Sure.
think he did. He he reorders his hand sometimes, so it's a little tricky to tell.
Yeah, but he did get the pinky sense, so
And
that's definitely what he
that'll
was
be
going
it.
for, I'd imagine.
Okay.
And he'll be able to get that golden
before my
parachute
turn,
safely
I
in his discard pile at the end of
discard,
turn.
Or rather, exhaust the Pinky Sense to discard a card. Put it on top of my deck instead.
Sure.
And then I will get rid of a golden parachute and a living to laugh.
Does use the Pinky Sense early.
Pass to you.
I mean, he could
Sounds good.
could have waited till the face off to do that.
Let's gain 3. Draw a card for turn.
Yeah, if he was going to discard the card anyway, he could have just said, I discard this for hand limit, but choose to replace that by putting it on top of the deck.
That too.
But I've made that mistake before multiple times, so...
Last Magnus's Shield.
Oh, okay. So it's a 10 versus 8.
10 on 8.
But
I'm 2 up.
does
Oof,
banish the shield.
That's not good. Okay. I'll go home.
Yeah. And...
So Bugle is a much more aggressive
Yeah,
player,
that's
apparently,
Um,
opting to put down the plushy dash
I'll pay 2
here instead.
for a
Well,
stick.
that actually may have been... That actually probably was correct, because he would have still won the face-off.
And
All
pass
right.
turn.
I mean, yeah, you don't really get much value
out.
out of it, but it's 2 points.
Yeah. She's apparently deciding to keep his powder dry. Thinking he can, no. He is going to have the same face-off next turn with a stick.
Yeah. And maybe he's thinking that that troublemaker, which I believe was Chrysalis,
Yes.
so he'll be able to plushy dash Solano with the stick over there after he beats up Grogar.
Yep.
Could potentially go for even more of a
I'm gonna
burst.
pay
Little does he know, of course, that
one
Jacob
less for
has
my
another
first
mysterious
big
disappearance in
friend
his
and
hand
one
already.
less for my first Griffin,
Oh,
so
yeah.
0 for Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
And
But Cheese has another stick. So it eventually
Well,
works out in Cheese's favor.
Well, that's just the stick rule. The stick rule is that every time you get rid of a stick, there's always another one in your opponent's hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think that will be it. That's you.
Okay. Trigger, move up. Gain the 3, draw a card for turn. Troublemaker phase.
It's
I'll
going to say
face off
Bugle, yeah.
against-
If you hyper beam it, then they
Reveal
draw
first.
it right away.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
That
everyone's on.
Grogar's lair that Cheese just drew could potentially be really scary.
At that
Mhm.
problem, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Challenge Grogar.
Okay.
Cheese does the
I
thing.
will exhaust Pinky Sense to discard a card. I put it on top of my deck instead.
Mm-hmm.
Here's its appearance.
Wait, no, that's Spanish.
10 on 7.
Okay. Plushy dash ties here.
That's
He plays it.
fine. Whoa, where's the card?
He
That was
chooses not to do it.
okay. I'll go home.
Okay.
I'll pay 2.
Makes the same play as last turn.
Okay. Can't get rid of it.
And I'll pay 1 to face off against Gilda Icebreaker.
Okay. Oh, is it just sitting here on top anyway? It's not. Okay, you're way up.
Well, if he had had the third Mysterious on top of his deck, that would have...
Okay, pass turn.
That
All right.
may be a table flip moment right there.
Yeah,
Pinky
I think
Sense,
that would
gaining
be...
actions, draw a card.
Okay. So meanwhile, Jacob's position is starting to improve. He's still his main's still on the start side, and well, all he has to do, I guess, is just play a Kluge Town to get it down. If he wants it to.
Blue... Yeah, that would do it.
I will. A 1, 2, 3 for a Kluge Town citizen at home.
I think he's going to go for it.
Sure.
I will.
Depending on what you're willing to discard. He's already discarded 1 living to laugh. So
Do you think you play it safe and put the Living to Laugh on top of your deck with Pinky Sense and then discard the rest or discard all but one and flip for free?
I guess.
Two.
Cheese's hand is small, so the honorary yaks aren't super valuable at the
No,
moment.
let's not pay too much.
Actually, no, you don't put the Living to Laugh on top of your deck
Discard.
because
So I'm gonna
then
discard Cluj Down
then
Citizen, Cluj Down
he
Citizen,
could
give him
he's
no
just gonna
colors,
do a face off and then you lose it.
and
Right.
Holiday Spirit to give him pink.
Sure.
Holiday Spirit to give him pink.
Sure.
Gabby to give him pink.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, he played the Gabby. I must have missed that. So yeah, you do.
Let's discard a card to the top of my deck,
Mm-hmm.
and then
But yeah, he didn't need to exhaust Pinky Sense to do that.
Pay one to flip.
One more.
Although,
Nope. We'll discard one more.
Okay, then pay nothing to flip.
I
Oh,
know,
he's-
to flip.
he's going the dangerous route and discarding the other Living to Laugh.
Yes.
I suppose
And-
if you discard to Cluj Town and then
That'll be it.
replace it. Oh yeah, it's a cost.
Turn.
Yeah. Thank you,
Have less than
Athrog.
4 cards. Drop to 4 cards.
Costs. Why must they suck so much?
Has to.
Oh, there's the other mysterious
Okay.
experience. But his Pinky Sense is exhausted.
We'll move up. Gain some AT. Draw a card. Okay. Now I'll face off against Krogar.
Okay.
finally
I believe
beat them.
that puts you one up.
Yep, believe Cheese has this one.
Yep.
I think you play the plushie dash here.
I will pay.
Yeah. No reason not to.
To
That takes him
Some
to
wonders.
6-9 against 7.
Okay.
I'll exhaust that. Okay. Face off against Queen Chrissy.
And a good flip.
Beat up
Means
Surf
he
as
will
he
win.
got that.
Okay. Go to score phase.
And confront Party
That is
Science.
good.
Confront for 1.
He's at 7.
Yep.
Halfway there.
Okay, pass turn.
Does have
Four
one more
actions,
epic in his
ready.
hand.
Raw.
Storm King.
With 25 cards left in the Living to Laugh deck.
Let's
Yeah.
pay.
Cheese is in an okay spot, I think.
Yeah. It's still any man's game.
And he's got that school
Let's
shut down
pay
if he
2.
needs to.
Ready Gilda. And then I will play a free Garner at home.
Sure.
So I've got 3 Griffins. So reveal the top 3 cards of my
Yeah.
deck. Choose up to 1 to put on top, rest on bottom. 1, 2, 3. Many Griffins and a belly flop.
Yep.
Don't know if he really wants any of those cards.
Not the best pulls there, but
I'm not super interested in any of that. So I'm just gonna put all of them on the bottom.
Ithrock is poking fun at your editing.
Up to you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna let him talk
Oh,
to you
belly
that
flop.
way?
I mean, that one was relatively seamless.
Not incredibly.
Some of the ones that are coming up
Um,
later are a little bit harder to
And
clean up.
that'll be it. I will end it there. Go 4 cards. No draws from Gabby. Pass to you.
Okay.
Like you'll see one
Gain
come
some
up
AT.
later where suddenly there's a
Draw a
jump
card.
and Cheese's cards are in a different order, and that's a little bit harder to cover up in with editing.
People should just keep their cards where they are and never move them. That way we won't have this issue.
To play Troublemaker.
Okay, so we know that's Storm King. Should be a relatively straightforward
pay.
farm for
He has,
these.
yeah, he has enough AT here that he can probably
pay
safely
nothing.
play the Grogar's lair if he wants to. There needs to be more wreck on board for him to get the unity off of Living to Laugh, so
I'll
Oh,
go
sorry, what is he
Scorpius.
at? 2,
Okay,
4.
I'm gonna pay 1
Is Garner 2 or 3?
for
I believe
Zelda.
it
Since it's
is
my first hit Phantom
2.
Griffin of the turn, and I'm gonna dismiss Swinging Wonders.
Sure.
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 10,
Okay, that won't
14
confront.
if he discards something to make Klooshtown pink.
Pass turn.
So he's there. Oh, sorry, then the main. Well, yeah,
Fractions,
he's got
nothing
15
ready.
relatively comfortably now.
That's with my first priority window. I'm gonna pay 1 for an honorary yak. Get 2 draws.
Okay.
And then I'll go on to my draw step, draw a card.
All that Jacob wants right now really is just cards that draw cards.
Okay. Let's see. I will pay the full 2 for a Discord Best Laid Plans, which my problem deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Discord is like immediate speed for the problem replacement,
Choose
right?
the next card.
He is. He's taken. Looks like he's taking the risk of that not being a villain.
All right.
Right.
And then
Which it is core. Grogar is the only villain.
will discard a Klooshtown Citizen to Klooshtown Citizen. And discard a cheese sandwich to Klooshtown Citizen, making him pink.
Sure.
And
Ithrock, why is my
that'll
TTS
be
not
it for
16
me.
by 9? I
Quick
assume it's because of some
and
TTS setting that I don't
please,
know about.
Unless you have a response, I'm going to
As
draw for
with
Gabby.
everything else with TTS.
Right. That's 2 draws up to 4.
ETS
That's
is
up to you. Wait, I'm over home.
an
1, 2, 3,
interesting
4, 5,
platform
6. I'll get rid of
sometimes.
the honorary yak. Now to you.
Okay. Beginning of my turn. Well, I guess I gain AT first. I'll pay 1 to play. Stop fighting on Discord.
Okay.
Okay. Right in Discord. Guarantees he gets the chance to fight this troublemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll draw a card. Okay.
Fleshy
Then
Dash will be useful. Or could be useful.
I'll fight Storm King.
Okay.
Sadly, that
Draw 2
mysterious
cents,
disappearance
put a
is
card on top of
definitely
my
gonna
deck.
be hitting the field here.
Flips.
Disappearance. So 6 on 9.
Yep.
If he plays Fleshy Dash, he ties.
Yeah, that's. Was it 6 on 9?
He does have a better flip average, and getting to Storm King, like paying that tax, kind of
Fine.
not great.
Right. Oh, I believe he's just letting it go.
Hmm.
He may be already in the mindset of like, okay, I'm just gonna have to play school shutdown.
That is possible. Which I think we've seen one join the herd get flipped, so there's 2 more that he can go for. Plus,
Pay 1 to draw a card.
what
Why did that just draw me
other?
2 cards?
What
Why did that
other?
just charge me 2 and draw me 2 cards?
I don't know.
Oh, it is just the
back
join
that
the
up to
herds
just the
that
one
he
draw?
has.
Right.
Okay. Well, there's still 2 more in the
I
deck.
mean, yeah, but
Okay. So
there's
just
not
as
really a way to undo that.
yeah, for those who didn't catch that,
Unless we knew
we just
how
had a
many
little irregularity
cards
in
off the bottom
TTS
were
where
wrong.
Cheese pressed the pay 1 to draw button and it paid 2 and drew him 2.
I mean, it's fine. I probably would have drawn again anyway.
But we decided to go with it. Keep that in mind, future players in the tournament. That is a thing that can apparently happen.
Pay 1 more.
Okay, I'm going to respond here.
Mhm.
I'm going to pay 1 for my first pink friend this turn. An honorary yak.
Sure.
So Cheese does find us
So
join the
draw
herd,
5 cards up to 7.
which certainly given that, yeah, we see Jacob's got 16 cards left in his deck. I think next turn Cheese is gonna join the herd into School Shutdown.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'll pass turn.
All right.
I don't think
4
there's
actions.
a better
Ready?
time than now for that.
Draw.
And I don't think Jacob can win before then. That's like 15 cards to draw through. And he still needs to play a Living to Laugh.
No, I think he needs 1 more turn.
Mhm.
Play Pinky Sense. No reason not to.
Yeah.
I will pay 2 for a Living to Laugh at Home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um,
If you are Jacob, you just
I'm gonna
do everything
discard
you
a Pinky
can to
Sense
set yourself up
or toss a Pinky
win
Sense
next
to
turn.
discard a Golden Parachute.
Yeah,
Sure.
he's probably at this point trying to get some value off of that last honorary yak in his hand.
I will discard a cheese sandwich to Clues Town Citizens to make him pink.
Which he will get the chance to
Mhm.
play.
And a
He'll
Garner
play
to
it
make him
before
pink.
Cheese's main phase,
And a Griselda to make him pink. And a Discord to make him pink.
which will draw him 8 cards.
I'm gonna go to score phase where I don't confront anything.
And actually, if he draws another honorary yak
To end phase.
in those 8 cards,
Draw some cards with Gabby.
well, no, that won't draw him that many cards.
All right. That's 3
Well,
up to
he'll
4.
go up to 3 cards here.
Oh,
And
right.
I'm over home limit. So,
Yeah.
Hilda.
Either way, that School Shutdown is coming just in the nick of time
You.
for Cheese.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, that's the best turn to play it on against Living to Laugh, is the turn right before they're going to win.
Let's gain 4. Draw a card for turn. Well, first let's move up. Then draw a card.
Okay. I have a response.
Sure.
Exhaust Pinky Sense to throw away Gilda. Anything to do with immediate priority?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to pay 1 for an honorary yak. Draw 6 cards up to 8. And then that was my first draw of the turn, so I get a draw from Living to Laugh. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to pay 2.
And here we go.
Join the herd into purple. I'll pay the 5. for school shutdown?
Sure thing. I got some parachutes I'm gonna use.
Yep.
2 of them.
Yeah. So Jacob has 2 parachutes.
You didn't have the third honorary yak. I think you discarded one, didn't you?
I did play her. She was retired, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's in the discard pile. I think. Yeah, she's in here. I gotta banish 6 cards before I put them all back. There are 2 cards for each, so 4 cards. 1, 2, 2 more.
8 points, actually, Bugle. But yeah. And yes, no troublemakers in his hand. So unclear path. He's bought himself
Okay. Shuffle the rest back in.
probably 2 or 3
And
turns.
everything in play, except for the 2 things that
We'll
you
shut
saved.
down.
There are 2 things it is I'm keeping. So that will be probably.
Oh, I see. Bugle. Thank you. Counting the confront this turn.
Resources 2, right?
Hmm?
3 sources as well.
Yeah, resources as well.
Well, if he can get a farm train going,
My
Cheese
go-to
can
team
still
for
get
now.
this.
Yep. But he'll need to draw some troublemakers, which deck's full of troublemakers. Should be able to
Okay.
At
find
least
some.
18 of them,
All right.
all of which are
4
now back in the deck.
actions. Draw a card.
Jacob, of course, did keep the
All right.
cards needed for his own engine.
Let's.
Luchetown and Gabby.
Pay nothing for. I think.
Oh, yeah. Hifrock and I both missed that. That Cheese should have scored that turn. And Cheese and Jacob both missed it
Off
too.
that pinky sense. Discard a parachute. Where was that a second ago?
We'll keep that in mind. That Cheese has 8 points right now, or should.
Really hope he doesn't get to 14 and then lose. That would be terrible.
Let's dig a little. 1 to draw. Okay.
This one's pretty good. Does need to discard something to make.
I'm going to
Klugetown
discard
pink.
Griselda to make Klugetown Citizen pink.
Mm-hmm.
And pay 1 for I know this one now that I've got 7 pink. 2 draws and a draw. I will play Pinky Sense. Lost Pinky Sense, discard Belly Flop.
But yeah, Jacob's gonna keep his train rolling, basically.
Yeah.
Haven't played a pink friend yet, so let's pay 1 for a Holiday Spirit at Home.
Oh yeah, he does need to get his Unity 15 back. Which he's at now 4, 7, 9, 13 with Klugetown.
Yeah.
will.
13 with Klugetown.
Discard Klugetown Citizen, Klugetown Citizen. Discard Discord. And discard Garner. And that'll be it. Pass to you. Got no draws off, Gabby.
Okay. Game 4.
Not riding on these
Crossroad
top
return.
decks.
I have a response.
Mm-hmm.
That is unfortunately
Pay
not a
1 for my
troublemaker.
first pink friend, honorary yak. Draw 4 cards up to 7.
Jacob is going to be marginally sad here when Cheese pays to draw again after playing the honorary yak. But You can't be too sad in Jacob's situation.
Pay. Want to draw a card. Really? That's so annoying. Pay 1 draw. Well, that's not useful. Oh,
Notice that cut hit rock?
pass turn.
More actions, readies. Card.
All right.
Let's start.
Shield
the
is,
game.
well,
One to draw.
a little bit aspirational for Cheese.
One to draw.
Still needs his troublemakers. I feel a little bad. I
One to draw.
said before this that Cheese's luck could hardly get worse after the first game, but does not appear to have improved.
Well, sometimes it just be like that.
I'll play my last Pinky Sense.
Okay.
I don't think Jacob's winning this turn. He's at Unity 15. Still has a
And
reasonably healthy amount of cards in that deck, though.
I will pay
How many?
Two.
I haven't seen the counter in a bit.
for Living to Laugh at home.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta check it here at some point.
Discard Pinky Sense. Or, sorry, exhaust Pinky Sense, discard Belly Flop. Exhaust Pinky Sense to discard Belly Flop. Exhaust Pinky Sense. Discard Mysterious Disappearance. Going to discard Griselda to Clues Town Citizens to make it pink. Griselda to make it pink. Gilda to make it pink. And Garner to make it pink.
Mm-hmm.
Go to end of turn. Draw up to 2, or draw 2 up to 4 with Gabby. Pass to you.
Oh, and a yak. My
Okay.
goodness.
Gross. So many yaks have been played this game.
2 draw a card for
I-
turn.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, I've got a response.
Sure.
And
I am going
another Grogar's
to
there.
pay 1
Mhm.
for an honorary yak
Which, well, I mean, I guess you could join the herd into
at home
the rec to play it.
for 6 cards up to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
And that's my first draw.
7
I
cards left in the
think-
deck.
Turn,
Yeah,
more
and
for
he-
Living to Laugh.
Like, yeah, I think he just has it here.
I know this one's our immediate. We'll draw in 3 each. Does he have the Unity right now?
Okay.
I think he does.
I will go to end of turn, discarding Grogar's Lair.
Okay.
That is a
4 actions. Ready my cards.
somewhat resigned pass.
Start
From Cheese,
turn
I'm pretty
draw.
sure.
My first draw of the turn.
Well,
so
second
I'm
game in a
going to
row
Laugh.
where you just don't draw what you need for your
am
deck to actually
going
do what it's
to
designed to do,
Mhm.
while your
discard a
opponent's
Holiday
deck
Spirit to
works
make
exactly
Clues
as
Town
intended.
Pink
It can feel
for 6.
terrible.
Yeah.
I definitely can understand the reservations here.
12, 14, 17.
Sorry, Pancake, you got here a
I'm
little bit
going to
late.
Pay
Um,
1 to draw.
you could have educated
and
us
I'm
all
going
about
to pay
farm.
1 full. I know this one.
To answer your
Probably
question,
starts.
Bugle already answered it. Never mind. Yeah, resource removal
Yeah.
in Jacob's list is the mysterious
And
disappearances.
my deck's out.
And that is game, I'm pretty sure.
Good game.
It is indeed.
My draws were terrible in the second game.
Yeah.
I got no troublemakers for like 10 cards.
The entire rest of the game,
That was
he
interesting.
had a
But yeah,
grand total of 3. The Grogar, the Chrysalis, and then the Storm King.
That is correct, yeah. And so that's that.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Cheese, given the luck of it, but this is that's one of the great things about this tournament being double elimination. He's not out.
Nope. He just has to win twice now,
Absolutely.
which I'll say now he really can't go anywhere but up, because it worked out so well the last time I said that.
Fair enough. Yes. I don't actually have the. I should do that for next streams. I actually have the bracket to show after the games, but Jacob is going to move on to face actually the winner of your match, Ivory. Whereas Cheese's next game will be against the loser of your match against Josh Stueck.
Oh, Sim versus Stueck. I see.
That's just the way the draft worked out.
Rigged. This is rigged. No.
Anyway, though, that is the whole match. Hope it was enjoyable for everybody.
Yeah. Hey, even if the draws weren't that great, it is still interesting to see, like, okay, well, how do you respond in a situation where you're not drawing what you need? Like, do you play the cards you have? Do you go digging? Do you wait?
Exactly. Yeah.
There are options to still consider, even if you're not getting what you need to win.
And I hope that everyone sitting at home enjoyed what they saw as well. It was a vibrant stream. It's a good conversation. We'll be back next week. The way it's looking, we'll be back with your match, probably, Ivory.
Pressure's really on now.
I should do that for the whole tournament. Have the people who are going to play next on doing the commentary with me. But anyway, yeah, that'll be next week, same time, same channel. Thank you very much, Ivory, for being on here with me.
Thanks for having me, and my apparently slightly loud audio.
It's fine. We'll maybe get that worked out for the next time. Now is the time to plug your Patreon or whatever, if you like.
Yeah, if you want to see more CCG content, you should definitely, first off, follow Meticulous Talks, the channel you're on right now. They do great work. And also follow Commentary is Magic. We do streams every other Sunday. We regularly post in our MLP CCG Discord. And we have a Patreon, patreon.com/commentaryismagic. If you feel gracious enough to give a monthly donation to help us keep creating CCG content. Hithrock says don't follow Meticulous Talks. I'll let you guys hash that out on your own later.
There may need to be words over that one, yes, but I know he's playing around.
Bugle
Anyway.
wants me to plug Centaur World one more time. Walma Wink is amazing. Watch the show; it's great.
All right. All right. I think that wraps us up for tonight. Once again, thanks everybody. We'll be back next week with more invitational games. I've been Cursor Chords.
And I've been Ivory Starlight.
See you next week.